Disclaimer: this video is intended for educational purposes. No copyright infringement intended. This video was basically made as an educational video for people who would like to see how broken some mechanics are in the game and how to use the meta tactics, basically his tactics, to a greater advantage. So no hate on PHZin. Congratulations, literally the best player in the world. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Congratulations, Mr. PHZin.
Right back it's overlap and default. My left back it's overlap and stay back while attacking. My central midfielder stay backing while attacking and cover center. My right midfielder is just cover center. My left midfielder is default. My right striker is just come back to defense. My strike in the central is just stay central. And my strike in the left is just default.
Alright, so basically this formation is like the meta tactics. Everybody knows this tactics. Fela Mendy, his left back, is always on stay back or attacking, and the overlap is a small variation because people usually leave it on default. Van Dijk and Eder Militao and the keeper, it's no brainer. Then Joao Cancelo, it's no more. This is basically what everyone does. The midfielder though, there's a bit of variation. He uses his central mid, a defensive one on stay back. He only has one on stay back, and the other one is on balance, cover center. Then the other one, the left center mid, is on default. So that's the small variation because usually most of the people have the two stay back and then the other one on default, so that when you attack it's a 4-4. This, when you attack now, it's kind of a 4-1-5. I don't know if that makes sense. Now that's even more deadly than a normal 4-4 when attacking. So that's the small variation, and usually the EaFC and the striker, usually people have him on stay central, but he has them on, in this photo he has Mbappe on only on comeback on defense, and Ginola basically on balance. So he has only his striker on stay central. Usually people have everybody on stay central, but I feel like if you leave them on balance, they can either drift wide or stay central, which is better than only staying central and trying to play through the middle, because when you play high level, it's difficult to play through the middle. I always thought pro players would play through the middle, but the only player who really plays through the middle is Anders Vegan. I don't see nobody else play through the middle really in the pro scene. You gotta be ridiculously good at control, which most of us aren't. So playing in the middle is not an option. So I'll be going through how you use this formation. Balance with 40, depth 67. I mean, balanced defensive style. Nothing really works on the pro scene and also in higher division, so I wouldn't attempt anything else. With 40, I think he plays, I think 45. He doesn't play 40. When I watched his matches, that's not 40 width. Depth 67, I think it checks out. He has like another formation where he has like a depth on default, but this is his main formation, so he uses 67 depth, which is just about right. Balance, direct passing, it's no brainer. Every pro player uses this. This is the best chance creation build-up play. With he is on default. Many people want to play narrow. I feel like if you have everyone on stay central, your attackers, then you're obliged to play narrow. But if you're in balance, I think it's better to just leave it at 50, since you have a chance of drifting wide and staying central. Players in the box is 5. This means he trusts his ability to trigger runs. If you're in lower division, I don't think 5 is the number, but I mean, it makes sense which 5 players are going forward, right? From his formation and setup. This picture basically confirms the 4-3-3 in your image. This is the formation he was using in the pro scene. This was literally his finals game. I was looking closely that they show it on the screen. This is the 4-3-3 he uses, so that checks out. I think the custom tactics he said were basically true. I feel like everything he said checks out because pros have a tendency of lying tactics. So this picture basically shows how he was playing in the finals, and it's basically the same thing with how he played in the quarterfinals. So he's staying consistent. He actually uses this tactics. So he has obviously the tactics what he said, default on the center backs and goalkeeper, overlap on the right back, the left back stays back and is on overlap, because he triggers the runs manually, and he only has a De Bruyne on stay back or attacking cover center, and he uses this De Bruyne to basically control the game. It's like De Bruyne is on a deep lying playmaker, because I'll show you a couple of clips where he uses De Bruyne to feed the ball into the attackers. I don't know his instructions, but this is, if you look at De Bruyne's movement, look at De Bruyne, how he's doing, how he's staying back. I feel like De Bruyne is on free roam. This is something he didn't say, but I feel like De Bruyne is definitely, most definitely on free roam, because Eno is staying back like that, or I don't know, some deep lying playmaker type shit. He has some extra instructions on Kevin De Bruyne, because he triggers Hernandez manually, and his right back, if you see in bottom of your screen, is already there, and his tactics basically, they check out. So after tactics, we get into how he plays, mechanics that he kind of uses or abuses. One, it's the same term to me. Borrow, obviously, this is for beginner players, but if you advance, you don't need to know this part. Basically, borrow gives you, it pulls defenders out of position. You see, if you're tracking with a player, borrow literally sends them away in the wrong direction, extra pass, and you score. This also the attack with Mbappe. It looks covered when you look at it like this, but one borrow, everything opens, 3 players coming in, boom, he didn't score, but the borrow was still effective. The second thing he abused, I mean, corner kicks, everybody knows how OP corner kicks are. Look at this battle, it's literally Virgil against Haaland. I mean, team of the year Haaland. I don't feel like this Van Dijk is also team of the year, so Haaland is taller, so, and this is Virgil. The team of the year version is no aerial class, so he's gonna get beat. It's Haaland. That's another thing he used. Then the next thing he used, and remember one more thing, it's the extra passing that matters. He's triggering runs on 2 players manually, and boom, everybody's running into the box, then pass, extra pass, and it's done. Alright, the second thing that made him a dangerous player, even Vergan himself was surprised, because the goalkeeper movement was also immaculate. It was insane. Like, this is a clear goal in my eyes, Mbappe with a lot of space, but how do you have the confidence to put your freaking goalkeeper all the way back like this into the net and saving from Mbappe like this? This is just a broken mechanic in the game. Props to him for using him and guessing. I mean, the other side is a free goal, but he was in his head, and a cheeky smile you see on his face. And this is another thing that he used. You should also implement in your game. Just guess aside. I mean, taking a chance is better than having your goalkeeper in the middle of pitch and saving neither of the side. Then we go into the talk of the day, triggered runs. I want you to look at Hernandez in this clip. Hernandez, he blocks the ball. Theo, look at Theo. Keep your eyes on Theo. He triggered him like 5 hours ago, but he's still running. And then boom, he's in. Theo Hernandez, can he find the right pass? Slow down. He tried to shoot, but he didn't score. Look at the clip again. It always starts with his left back. This is Alphonso Davies. Now look, Alphonso Davies passes. He literally waiting. Alexa is waiting. De Bruyne, Alphonso is in. Like, bro, he played a bit basic and yet advanced. I don't know if I'm making sense. And boom, easy goal. Now look, this battle, pass to Bruno Fernandes. Pass to Bruno Fernandes. Look at the girl. Look at that woman, bro. Keep your eyes on that woman. He triggered it 5 working days ago. Now look at the pass. So basically what you need to do in this formation, that overlap on your wingers, and yeah, make the most of triggering runs. And then Broski, after doing this in the quarterfinals, he was asked if you're going to do it again, and here's what he had to say.
I hope so. I play the same like in the next week.
Bro basically said, I hope I will do it again, and he basically did the same thing. Look at Mendy. Bro, it was a joke at this point. Look at Mendy tries to come back. Oh, you're not marking me properly, Mendy's in. It was ridiculous, bro. Then couple passes, so on, he in. Again, it's not always where you trigger runs, where you gotta pass. Sometimes you trigger, and when it's not a clear path, then just come back. Keep it easy, pass to the next person. But the concept of this whole PHZin play style is triggering runs. Keep your eyes on Cancelo. Cancelo passes to the mid, look at Cancelo. Cancelo has been triggered. Cancelo's been triggered. Now Cancelo. Look at Cancelo. Now boom, Cancelo's in. Can you find a pass? Borrow, pass, extra pass, so on. Boom. Bro, he makes it look so easy, but it's not that easy to execute. You need to be perfect, because he literally scored in every attack almost because of the extra passes. But if you master this way of playing,
and what a journey it's been from 50,000 to just 20.